Before we get started with today's video, I definitely want to take some time to thank my friends over at So Avant-Garde. All right, so Avant-Garde is a place where you can go online, type in the website, and you have a plethora of fragrances from the niche world. Now, niches can be intimidating, so sample, and they have those discovery sets as well. Head over there, look around, shop around, and save you some money by using the code DEDRICK20 on anything on So Avant-Garde. And it's definitely something where, if you really elevate your fragrance collection or get into something new or tap into another level as far as quality goes, hey, So Avant-Garde has you covered. All right, so head over there, use DEDRICK20, save anything, get anything over there except mind games. Don't worry. You can head over to mindgames.com and use DEDRICK10 for 10% off anything on mindgames.com. All right, so save you some money, explore, see what you discover, and let me know down below in the comments if you rock with anything. All right, appreciate y'all. Let's get started with today's video. YouTube, what's going on, YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. All right, smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing great, doing well, doing fantastic. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we get down here on this channel. Positive vibes only. We don't do any negativity, and that's that. All right, so today, man, I am back with my March collaboration with So Avant-Garde. They sent me over a package, and today we're going to be discussing two fragrances that I'm really excited to share my thoughts and opinions on, and just kind of put it out there into the fragrance world, especially we'll get to that, but I'm in the niche world, man, it can get complicated sometimes. There's a lot of learning curves with niche, at least in my journey. I can just speak for me, but there's a lot of learning curves, man, to really kind of understand. And what I've really started to appreciate is just the research, and then the wearing experience, and tying those two together, man. It's been really, really cool for me, man. And I can honestly say that these fragrances today have allowed me to do so. So at the beginning of the video, y'all saw the commercial. All right, so y'all can run over to So Avant-Garde, save 20%, DEDRICK20, give not gift sets, but discovery sets, samples, and a plethora of different houses to get into. But let's go ahead and tap in. We're going to be talking, let's start off with probably the most controversial house. I don't know if controversy is the right word, but there's been a lot of conversation about this house, and on my end, the conversation has been fantastic. I have not been let down by one single fragrance, even though I'm a shield for mind games. A shield for mind games, all right? But from the house of mind games, we have a beautiful fragrance here. We have Sands of War. Sands War. I love the bottles, man. These mind game bottles are amazing, man. So before we get into this fragrance, which is a very interesting take on rose, but as you guys know, there are different collections with mind games, and the Sands of War comes in this white casing. Now it's clashing with my studio light, so I'm sure y'all guys can't really pick it up. Maybe you can, but you see the mind games, the Sands of War, all white, all silver type of breakdown. The two main notes that they feature on the box is rose and Palo Santo. Extrait de Parfum concentration, 100 ml, 3.4, and your typical standard mind games packaging. You lift it up, the fragrance sits right here in the middle, as you can see, and just a very nice presentation, especially when you're talking niche perfumery. To me, that matters, man, for sure. All right, so let's get into this fragrance. The note of rose is just one of my favorite notes. I discovered that a couple of years ago. I was kind of, staying away from floral fragrances, in the beginning stages, and that is before I knew things, right? Before I experienced things, and rose has become one of my favorite notes for sure. But what Sands of War provides, it's something that I haven't experienced before. And I wore this, and number one, the quality is just exceptional. The quality is just exceptional for sure. So just get a spray in the air, beautiful sprayer, as always. And in the air, man, you get this fresh rose. You get these this floral touch to it with the rose, like a white floral. There's a really juicy grapefruit, like a sour sweet grapefruit, and then you get this salt. It's really, really interesting. I haven't like smelled a combination like this before. Even in the air, it's created a bubble around me right now just with that one spray. But that salt and grapefruit really work really nice with the rose. It really does. And then the white floral representation, it's kind of like a soft touch or like a soft hug around the grapefruit, the salt, and the rose. I couldn't be more happier than to add this to my collection. I have several styles of rose fragrances, but this is already in the discussion as the best rose in my entire collection. I already knew that Mind Games provides some really great quality from Talking Double Attack and French Defense and Blockade and Gambit. And this is just another one that I'm just really, really surprised by. The wearing of this is really interesting, man. I was thinking would it been a more fresher style of DNA that maybe, you probably get a nice, 6 to 7 type vibe. No, sir. No, sir. This was more than 10 hours of very solid performance for sure. So if you're into rose, but you're looking for a more interesting or new take on a rose fragrance, you don't get powdery with this. You don't get, old lady powdery with this. You don't get that. You get a modernized kind of different take on rose, a rose fragrance. And with that grapefruit and that salt, it just makes something that's perfect for the springtime, perfect for the summertime. This is a very sexy fragrance, man. It just, it's just good. It's just good. I let my wife smell it, and she's a fan. She was like, wow, that is really good. Like really kind of stuck and smelling it off my arm when I tested it for the first time. So let's get into the notes of Sans Voir by Mind Games. Just really, really impressive stuff, man, for sure. It's a love for me because I know how I feel about Sans Voir, about rose. All right, so let's get into it from the House of Mind Games. We got Sans Voir, a 2023 release. Main accords, let's see. They don't even really provide any main accords. They just get right to the top notes, all right? According to Parfumo.com. Top notes: cypress, grapefruit, and sea salt, okay? In the heart, frankincense, freesia, and rose. In the base, echo musk, which is musk, gaiac wood, and palo santo. Now, the woods start to show up in this fragrance as it starts to dry down, but it's a complementary piece to the rose, which is the dominant note overall. All right, a fresher rose, semi-sweet rose, semi-spice. It's like it's like they took a little Turkish, a little bit of Bulgarian, and a little bit of spicy rose, and they just kind of got it all blended into one. That's what my nose really picks up. And again, the grapefruit and the salt they stand out so much. They stand out so much, and it's just like, wow, sometimes when you get the ability to experience something through niche perfumery, and not even that, designers as well, but typically through niche perfumery with these different types of note breakdowns, it's a treat, especially if you're into it like we're into it as enthusiasts with fragrance. Sans Voir is really good. If I had to rate this, I'm going to rate this just with one full wearing and testing it for about 3 or 4 days before I wore it for a full day. And I'm going to give this, for me, with me loving rose and the quality and the experience, I'm going to give this a 9 out of a 10. 9 out of a 10 for where I stand right now. It could go up for sure. I don't think it's going to go down, but it could go up. So as I talk about it, y'all keep rocking with your boy. Another great fragrance from the House of Mind Games. Just very impressed, very impressed with the quality of this fragrance, and very happy to add it to my collection, man. So you can head over to Soul Avant-Garde, get you a sample. If you dare buy a bottle, remember to use the code. Hand over to Mind Games to save 10%. Mind Games to save 10%, no matter what direction you go. But this stuff is good. From the House of Mind Games, we have Sans Voir. Sans Voir, really good stuff, man, for sure. All right, up next, another fragrance that they sent me two, and Plume Impressions, man. Plume Impressions has been a discovery for me in the last few months, and the first one that I have is called Riva Latte Imperial, which is a beautiful dry fruit and cinnamon and boozy and tobacco-y style of a scent, which is excellent. It is an excellent fragrance. So I was happy to get a chance to smell another one from the house, and I kind of went another direction. My nose is starting to be more attracted to greener style fragrances. For a while, I just wasn't, with the green, so to speak. It had to be done in a certain type of way. But this is very interesting. And I'm going to say this right now. This is not for everybody. From the house of Plume Impressions, we have Eclat de Joy. Eclat de Joy. There's the bottle. Very clear and classy bottle. Glass and silver are the aesthetics that you get. The signature, it's like a feather leaf that you get right there, but very nice bottle. Hefty, stir the bottle, the cap just kind of slides off and nudges right in. I wouldn't hold it by the handle at all. See, it just comes right off. So it's not one of those that click into place or is not magnetic. But before we get into this, take a look at this packaging, man. This is some of the most stellar packaging that I've gotten. So this is what it comes in. It looks like a picture frame. I know it's going to be clashing with the light, but it looks like a picture frame. That's what it looks like. But then when you open it up like a expensive watch almost. So you open it up, and then on the inside, if y'all can see here, there's like this blanket or this, I don't know, my camera just doesn't want to focus today. It's like a blanket, so to speak, and then I'm gonna hold it open, and then you had to do one of these here, and then you had to do one of these here, and then the fragrance kind of set right there. So I know my studio light was clashing with the white presentation of the box, but I found this to be really interesting. Very nice quality on the packaging, man. And this was the massive case that it came in. So I just wanted to show that off, because when it got here, my Riva Latte Imperial came in a tester box. So this is the first time me experiencing full presentation from Plume Impressions. But let's get into the fragrance, man. Green. Okay, this is green. It's springtime, so I'm glad that I am able to experience this in real time. This is exactly what we get. So just to get a spray in the air for the atomizer, as you know, these are pressurized from, well, if you've seen my video before. So pressurized atomizer, and in the air, you get this musk, you get this green, spicy effect. You get a touch of like a citrus that's complementing the green here. The musk is something that is definitely on display with this fragrance for sure. A little spicy feel as well, but you're definitely going to get a green fragrance. This is not going to be for everybody. I must admit, when I first smelled it, I was saying to myself, this is interesting. It made me pause because I had never really experienced a fragrance like this before. There's a unboxing type of vibe to this fragrance as well, and you catch it in the opening, and it kind of starts off slow. And what I mean by that, kind of like a mess almost, but as it starts to get itself together, it starts to really show itself to be something that is very interesting to me. This is full experiment mode for me right now. I'm right now talking to you guys about this fragrance, testing it on skin and wearing it out once. It's for the spring only. Very situational for me. This is something that won't be for all year. It's very intentional for spring. I would have to be outside. I would have to be moving around in the elements, just doing whatever in and out of the elements to wear this style of a scent. This is not, for me, this is not office approved for me. No date night, no business meeting, not for me. This is for when you are literally going to be outside, moving out and about. And it was really nice in the elements. It was really nice in the elements. It complemented with the air and the breeze and just the style of spring weather that we have right now. So it definitely is very interesting. Do not blind buy this. Matter of fact, don't blind buy anything if you can help it. get a sample if you can. But this is an interesting profile where someone may smell this, like my wife, who does not like this. She does not like this. She was like, no, that's very masculine and green. I'm good. And it is. It has a masculine touch, even though it is considered to be unisex. I don't think so, in my opinion. I think this is really on the more masculine side for sure. So let's get into the notes of this fragrance. And just to kind of give you more of a feel of exactly what we're dealing with here. So according to our friends over at Parfumo.com, we have DEDRICKHJR from the house of Plume Impressions. This was released in, it doesn't have a release date, but we have main accords of green, spicy, fresh, floral, and citrus. Top notes: mandarin orange, coriander, and it's there. Black pepper, it's there. Gabdaman in the heart, iris, and jasmine. Base notes: musk and vetiver. Now, I get an ambroxany feel in this, and I don't know if it's from the combination of the coriander being the most dominant note. It's green. It's like a fresh, spicy green, but the musk, when they collide, it's an interesting thing. Now, here's the thing: the more that I smell this, the more that I experience this, I like it more and more. At first, I was like, okay, we're gonna be experimenting here to really truly see what this is about and what my true opinions are. It wasn't one that I smelled and I was like, oh yeah, this is not. This is a challenge for me. And truthfully, green fragrances, base green fragrances are a challenge for me. But my nose is starting to curve to really start to, number one, appreciate them and enjoy them. So I'm going to keep wearing this. I'm going to really see, we're going to be talking about it more as we go into spring. But if you're looking for a challenge, in my opinion, if you're looking for a challenge, this is something that a sample could really put you in a position to really see if it's something that you want to wear, experience, or not wear it. I think this is going to be you love it or you hate it type of a fragrance for sure. And as I continue to wear this, we're going to find out. Now, if I had to rate this right now, for me personally, this is going to be a 7 out of 10. It's not because the fragrance isn't a quality fragrance. It's just I don't know if it's going to be for me. But I'm wanting to go on the journey to wear it and experience it in the elements and really see what it can do. So 7 out of 10. That's what I'm giving it. Green, spicy, floral style of scent. The citrus in here doesn't last long. It's like a little sparkly citrus. It doesn't even smell orangey to me, but I definitely get like this this sparkle type of vibe. It's still in the air. It's in the air for a freshie. It's in the air, but the musk and the coriander are the dominant notes here. It's green and it's masculine. That's what it is. It ain't stink. It ain't ooey. It's not that, but it's a specific profile for specific individuals. And all fragrances are, but there's going to be a certain group that's going to like this, group of people that's going to appreciate this. So keep it locked here, man. I will continue to let you guys know how I feel about it. I will continue to wear it and test it, but I am happy to have a challenge of a fragrance to really understand it. And again, I'm situational. I'm situational with my fragrances for sure. And I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what side that I end up on after testing this to really get an idea if it's really for me or it's not for me. All right. So from the house of Plume Impressions, something different for me for sure. We have DEDRICKHJR. Okay. Great stuff here. Plume Impressions is a really, really nice brand. Love the packaging. It's really, really dope. All right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Shout out to my team, my friends over at So Avant-Garde for sending this over. Again, I have all the discount codes down below in the description. If you're interested in anything from So Avant-Garde or Mind Games, check them out. Use the code, save you some money. All right. So appreciate all the support. Appreciate all the love. You know, it's just when you talk niche, my nose is starting to smell different things. So I get really hyped to tell you guys what I'm experiencing. All right. So appreciate you guys for sure. You know, continue to be positive, continue to, you know, spread love and not hate, positive energy and positive vibes. And as always, baby, splack it up, splack it down, splack it that thing all around. What you put out into this world, remember what you put out in this world is exactly what you are going to get back. Appreciate y'all. Splackle.